Hey guys, how you all doing? I'm Paul the Tech Giant and welcome back to the channel where today we're going to be unboxing and taking a look at the brand new iPhone 14 Pro Max. Now we do have one little issue, and that is the fact that I don't actually have the phone yet because, I've got to be honest, I made a bit of a balls up when I ordered it, and end result is that I've got to do a 4-hour round trip to an Apple store to go and collect it. So we're currently on our way to Plymouth. Should be there in about 3/4 of an hour. And yeah, come with me as we go to the Apple store to get me brand new phone.
Turn left onto Mayflower Street.
And there she blows. Let's go and get this phone. Not normally into iPhones, but to be honest, I'm getting quite excited about picking up this one, if I'm being totally honest. Got an appointment to pick up a phone. Right, cheers. Hello.
Pick up a new phone?
Yep.
Fantastic. What's the name?
Paul.
Paul, I'm Steve. This is Paul. Come to pick up his new phone.
Right, cheers.
How are you today?
Not too bad, thanks.
Good. So, Paul, picking up a new phone, is
Yep.
it?
Bingo. Right, well that was easy enough to pick up. So what was it, like 2 minutes?
Really quick, wasn't
Yeah, normally when
Gonna
we
be hanging around.
when we've picked up iPhones before, it's been sort of like half an hour hanging around. But yeah, a couple of minutes. So yeah, let's get in the car, get home, get it unboxed. Right, we've now got the iPhone 14 Pro Max in the house, and alongside it we've got my iPhone 13 Pro Max. Now the version that I've decided to go for this year is the 512GB model. Last year I went for the 1TB version, but the prices have gone up, so I've had to slim down a little bit, and this will now set you back £180 more than it would have done last year. So yeah, quite a bit of a price increase. Now let's just set my 13 Pro Max to the side. Let's take a look at the differences with the box designs. So as we can see, last year we had a picture of the rear of the phone on the box, but this time round we've got a picture of the front of the phone. Now size-wise they are almost identical. This year's 14 Pro Max is ever so slightly taller, but not much at all. Got the Apple logo there on the bottom, and on the sides we have the iPhone branding. Right, well I think that's about as much as you can say about a box. So let's get this thing open. Let's pull this tab. That's one. And then top one. And let's lift the lid. All satisfying. Oh, I do love taking a new phone out of the box. So let's just set the phone off to one side quickly and let's see what is in the box. I'm sure you know what is in there, or what's not in there really. So we got our SIM ejector tool. So that does confirm that we still do get a SIM card slot, unlike in America where they've all gone over to eSIM. Got some bits of paperwork there. Apple sticker for those of you who like the Apple stickers. And Lightning to USB-C cable. Now what I'm going to do is just leave the screen protector on for a second because I want to offer up the two phones. So this is the 14 Pro Max, this is the 13 Pro Max. And something I've just noticed, and I've just got my son to come in and confirm this, that the new 14 Pro Max does look a little bit whiter. It's got a sort of blue tinge to it as well, where the 13 Pro Max is a little bit more creamier and has a little bit of a red tinge to it. Now these both are supposedly the silver model, so just keep that in mind if you couldn't tell. So anyway, the camera bump on the 14 does stick up slightly more. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, that is something worth noting. Going around to this side, and as we can see, the two antenna bands line up perfectly, but the power button on the 14 does sit slightly lower down. So if you have got a iPhone 13 Pro case, it's not going to line up perfectly. Antenna bands at the bottom line up the same. Speaker holes and antenna seem to line up as well. Move around to the other side, and as we can see, the volume up, down, mute switch all line up, but the SIM card tray on the 14 Pro Max sits again slightly lower than the 13 Pro Max. Right, let's crack on then and get this screen protector peeled off. So here we go. Oh, lovely. Let's power it on. There we go, we get our first proper look at that new pill shape cutout. Now, whilst doing the setup process, it has come up about one of the latest features. So as we can see, it says emergency SOS, and then just down from that, it says crash detection. If iPhone detects a serious car crash, it will automatically try to call emergency services. Now down from that, it says come in autumn 2022, emergency SOS via satellite. When available in selected countries, unfortunately not in the UK where I am, I believe it's just America at the moment, iPhone can try to text emergency services via satellite if it can't connect to a mobile network. That's the initial setup all done now then, and already one of the new features has just kicked in. I wonder if it will do it again now if I keep it still. There we go, the always on display. And as far as always on displays go, it's quite bright. I'm quite surprised how bright that really is. If I just tap that, obviously when it's not on, it is brighter, but it's just see it kick in again. There we go, kicks in quite fast. Yeah, I am very surprised about that, and colour too. A lot of other always on displays don't display colour, or they're very dim, but this one, yeah, we've got colour going on, and quite bright, and it's actually displaying what is already on the background already, so it's not changing it up to something different. So one of the very first things that I always do is check for software updates, and sure enough, there is an update, and I'm currently downloading that, and as we can see, it says this update is recommended for all iPhone 14 and 14 Pro users and provides important bug fixes, including the following: iMessage and FaceTime may not complete activation, photos may appear soft when zooming in landscape orientation on iPhone 14 Pro Max, enterprise single sign-in on apps may fail to authenticate. There we go, software update complete. Your iPhone has been updated to iOS 16.0.1. Now, before we go any further, I do not want to damage this phone in any way, so what I'm going to do is fit a protective case. And I've got a few of them here. I've unboxed them all on the channel, so please go and check those videos out. I'll put links to them in the description. And just going to fit this clear one for now. There we go, just slot that in. Look at that, looks absolutely mint. Only thing that's missing is a screen protector, and I do have one of those Spigen one. And Mrs. Tech Giant will be fitting this to my 14 Pro Max on her channel, and I'll put a link to her channel in the description. Right, let's now take a look at one of the other new features, and that is the Dynamic Island. Now, I've got to say, every time I say that, it makes me cringe. Whoever thought of that as a name for it, they should be taken out of the back and shot. To think someone actually got paid for naming it that, I don't know. But anyway, so this is the Dynamic Island up the top. And if we press on it just there, you can see it does a little bit of a sort of a shake. Now what this is, it's like just an interactive part of the screen. So we do have like the camera and sensors in there. And one thing I am a little bit concerned about is that where the camera is there, if you're touching this, you're going to be getting you know, your grubby fingers over that, which could mess around with the lens. One of the apps that you can use this for is the music. So if I just get something up here and get that playing. Now, I'm not going to actually play the sound because I don't want to get done for copyright, but what we shall do is if we swipe up like that, you can see that that done an animation up to the top. Now, what we can do, we can press it just once like that, and that will take us back to that app. Or we can do a long press, and it gives us this shortcut there, which I think is very good. I love the animations of that, and I can see this being very useful, especially when more companies get on board and take full use of it. Now, another app that can take advantage of the dynamic island is the maps. So what I've done, I've just loaded up a destination, and up the top there you can see we've got an arrow there for the maps, and if I was just to hold down, we get our next instruction on our route. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up the music app once again, get a piece of music playing, and we're going to throw that up to the dynamic island. And now this time we've got the music and the maps running. So if I hold down on that small icon there for the music, there we go, we get that animation pop up there and the shortcut. And again, holding down for the directions. And at any time again, you can just press on it once and get up the full app. Now, another area that's meant to be really improved on the iPhone 14 Pro Max is the screen brightness. So what I'm going to do is put it up against the 13 Pro Max, and I'm going to shine my torch from my other phone onto the light sensors and just see how bright they get. So it's just take a look at what the brightness levels are at the moment. So they are pretty much the same. So let's give it a wave. And straight away, that iPhone 14 Pro Max is absolutely beaming. Don't know how well that is coming across on camera. It's actually whiting out on camera. Look at that, that is crazy. Now I'm going to repeat the test, this time with a photograph, same photograph on both phones. And again, I'm going to shine my torch over those light sensors. And that is really brightening up. Look at that, just whitening out completely there on camera for the 14 Pro Max. That is properly impressive. That is really good upgrade. Look at that. So yeah, that gets a proper thumbs up from me. Now we're going to finish off now with some still photographs to give you guys an idea of what the cameras are like. But if I'm being totally honest, in daylight conditions with the main lens, I couldn't really tell much difference between the 14 Pro Max and the 13 Pro Max. Now when it comes to the selfie camera on the 14 Pro Max, I did feel it was a little bit sharper, just showing a bit more detail in the features on my face over the 13 Pro Max. Now wide angle lens, again, there were some differences there. Again, very slight, but I felt that the 14 Pro Max, again, was a bit sharper. Another area that did stand out was macro photography. Again, details seem to be better on the 14 Pro Max. Not worlds apart difference, but there was a difference nonetheless. Now looking at these microphones, you can see all the fine details, all the little bits of fluff on there, and going in really close on the microphone there. Yeah, great bit of detail. Moving on to some night photographs now. Again, there was a difference in favour of the 14 Pro Max. Again, excuse the pun, not night and day difference, but again, increased sharpness, I would say, and less noise. Now, I really like this picture that was taken on the 14 Pro Max. Done a great job here. We've got the stars coming through there in the sky. We've got nice bit of light on the tree, and that was quite dark in areas on the tree, so it's done well to pick out many of the leaves, and also doing a very good job with that orange light there on the fence. And there you have it then, guys. Now do us a favour, if you have enjoyed today's video, spare me a second to give me a thumbs up. If you've not already subscribed and like to see more content with the 14 Pro Max, then make sure you reach up and hit that subscribe button. And hopefully I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Bye for now.